All right, we're always excited when you guys come. So for 4 days, students enrolled in Sandbox Summer Camp through Islands of Brilliance will discover 3 locations in Milwaukee.
So this morning we have Kate Siegman and Natalie Derr are here with us to share more about what's in store for campers this year. You guys always have such good ideas. So first of all, tell us about this camp and how folks can participate both at home and in person.
Yeah, absolutely. So our Sandbox Summer Camp is running July 31st through August 3rd, so that first week, and it's open to any neurodiverse kids in the community 8 and up. So yes, young adults. And part of our camp is students are going to be creating a fictional character or a gnome that is going to help them engage with the community in different community locations.
I love this. And you guys chose gnome specifically because there is a correlation. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I mean, you could say character or gnome, but gnome is kind of fun because, I don't know, like garden gnomes are kind of spaced around in someone's yard, and so why not take it on the road, or why not create a gnome at home? And that's kind of a fun little ring.
And they're kind of magical too.
Yeah, you can kind of make your gnome however you want it to look, right? Like you can literally create your own character out of this gnome and rename it for yourself.
And I was going to say, not only are we creating this, but we're having fun kind of exploring the city. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a different lens to be able to use this gnome to see the city and kind of like have something to take care of and bring along with you as a way to see it through a different perspective too.
And what I was loving about, you were telling me this earlier during commercial, is that this tool actually will help kids do day-to-day activities with their parents, like waiting in the car, things like that. Explain to me how that works.
Yeah, so what the gnome does is it takes the mundane, right? That, oh, we got to run errands today, right?
Yes.
And we say, bring your gnome along and let's have the gnome do the errands with us, and we can take pictures of the gnome along the way. So one thing we're doing with Sandbox Summer Camp is we're actually engaging with some community partners. So the students are creating their gnomes and the backstories on the first day, and then we're taking the gnomes to the Urban Ecology Center, engaging in some nature-based art, and then over to the Milwaukee Public Museum, which are really excited for both partnerships this year.
And so folks can participate too. They can do this at home as well. Yeah. Do you guys make the materials available to parents as well online? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so we don't necessarily like send the materials, but we give ideas on what materials that you can use at home.
Oh,
like,
awesome.
This is just a popsicle stick that you can buy at the craft store. This is just cardstock. This is just construction paper. And also the challenge is, how can we find these fun supplies at home?
Yeah.
Like toilet paper rolls, of course, cardboard.
Very sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely. Another really cool thing is, yes, we have our summer camp, and we have like a certain age of students that is attracted to that, but at the same time at home, your whole family can be involved in this. Like, how fun is it for mom and dad to make their gnomes?
And I love
bring them
that
in the
this
car?
opens them up out of their shell too, just kind of talking about their creativity and sharing these stories with the folks that they're meeting sometimes at these locations.
A huge part of Islands of Brilliance is we take students who may not always find that engagement and that communication. We use technology and creativity to kind of foster that connection between their environment and the people around them.
Well, I remember when I was in school, we had Flat Stanley. And Flat Stanley was like very exciting because I think it makes you view your own life differently when you're kind of showing it to somebody else. You're introducing another character like a gnome.
Yes.
That's it. We were totally inspired by Flat Stanley. We were talking about it, and I was like, you know, that was such a beautiful project at school, and how we really, like, I sent it to my uncle in California, and it was so cool to be like, oh, it's going to like, maybe I can't go to California, but my gnome can, because it's flat and it can go in the mail.
There's something also that's so therapeutic about just kind of drawing as well.
Coloring.
Just kind of coloring. I love this. This is pretty neat.
Yeah, I started before the segment even began. I was just ready to go because it is soothing. And during the summer months, you know, if kids aren't in school and doing arts and crafts, it's important to keep that education and that happening in the kitchen as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's cool is, yes, we're making this inside in the AC, but how are we going to go and take this gnome out? Like, maybe if a kid doesn't want to go outside because of know, the elements or the weather or sensory anything.
I'm all in here.
When you have a gnome to take it outside with, that's way more exciting.
How can folks be part of this and get the materials or just kind of follow along with your lessons?
Absolutely. So you can connect with us on our website at islandsofbrilliance.org. And if you know of somebody who may be interested in our summer camp, you can also sign up right on our website too.
I was going to ask, this is coming up quick. Do you still have spots available?
We do.
Oh, good.
Yes, we do. We have a few spots available. So
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure not for long. Thank you, ladies, so much.
I love it.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back.